My name's Richard Downs. I'm a Alyawarr person from this country. I was born in this area about 150 k's east from here. Again, just out in the bush, you know, we had the old grandmother, she played sort of nurse, and no hospital, no doctors, nothing, you know, so just sort of natural birth out in the bush. Yes, this is part of my country. We cover probably, I don't know, 400 or 500 square miles of it in our traditional areas. I've been away, and yeah, then the old people asked me to come back and to try and give them a hand with the whole intervention that's happening here in the community, because they're just not happy with the way things are going. So it's sort of control measures to a lot of our people, and they don't need that. They're able to sort of manage a lot of the income themselves. You know, we don't have the problems of the younger generation trying to take money off the old people. You get that more in towns where there's alcohol and involved. But out here, to our people, that's an embarrassment. You know, it's people go into towns occasionally to do shopping. They've got no idea how much is in there, so they fill the trolley up, and then it's an embarrassment when you've got to get to the checkout, and then you've got to offload a dozen or so items, you know, because you just haven't got enough money in the account. Then they talk about the housing under that 5-year lease. There's promises of we'll take over the lease for the 5 years. Some are 20 years, some are 40 years. Ours is 5 years. On the condition that they were going to improve the community, build new houses, create employment and training for our people here. And 2 years down the track, we see there's nothing, you know. So it's just all talk by the government. And how it started, Labor's continuing that policy on.
How did it impact the people to see the army come in with the intervention?
Oh, look, definitely martial law, eh? You know, Aboriginal people, they're very gentle people, easygoing, and to see the army come into your community in a force of, you know, strengths, and when Aboriginal people heard about it, I think there was a lot of fear, because people wanted to go bush and run away from the army. They didn't sort of quite get the gist of why the army were coming in. A few people that could understand, read and write, knew about something about the intervention, and little children are sacred. But the people out in the remote areas, because they're more sort of isolated, so they weren't up with the news on where things were at and what was going to happen next. So to see the army come in, to a lot of them were a shock. Look, it's all genocide, hey? You can go back to when Australia first opened up. You know, it's up to this day and age, it's still genocide. It's still the government and the policies and the system that's really sort of creating racism and division, because it's about assimilation. It's about making the Aboriginal people sure they start losing their culture, their languages, traditions and customs. And that's definitely happening even this day and age. And I really don't know what's behind it all, you know. Like, people should be sort of allowed to continue on their traditions and customs without governments or other bodies trying to enforce their laws and ways to break it up and forcing people on you got to be like us, or this is the new lifestyle that we want you to live, and so on.